Well, folks, is that time and again now. Well, that time of the year. Anyways, welcome to the marathon of the Angry Video Game Nerd, like we did last year for 11 months ago. I know it's been a hot second since we last time took a look at the Angry Video Game Nerd. We are picking up where we left off. I think the last episode after this was the... let me see. If I'm not mistaken, I think the last video we caught up with was the Angry Video Game Nerd, according to my list from the past 11 months ago, was... That's not it. The last episode was Bible games. So this is the episode following up behind Bible games, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. He's talking about the movie of it, then the end of it is just the NES and whatnot. But but this is the one we're going to be looking at today. This is the re-edited version of the episode. So this is both episodes 18 and 19 mixed together. And this is like I said, this is a re-edited version of what Cinematic did 4 years ago. So we're just going to take a look at that version. The episode after this that we'll be taking a look at maybe tomorrow is the Atari 5200. That's the episode 20 following after this one. But for now, let's go ahead and take a look at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 of Angry Video Game Nerd speaking. Hope you guys enjoy the video. One second. What the fuck? I am not no pussy. How many times I gotta keep telling you that? Now, if you excuse me, I got a video I'm trying to do right now. Yeah, I don't have the nerve to even call me that. Here we go. Sorry about that.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 sucks shit. Not even regular shit.
Yeah, I heard that film was everyone's least favorite.
Now you might be saying,
let me get the light going.
Well, yeah, it's my opinion that it's a motherfucking fact that this pile of dog shit called Ninja Turtles 3 is the most god-awful disgrace in human existence.
Sorry about that.
Now, I know you've seen a lot of bad movies, but no, let me tell you, this movie is bad. Like, how bad? Like, is it the worst of the Turtles trilogy? Oh,
probably.
Undeniably, but that's not the point. My point is that this is the worst fucking movie I've ever seen in my life. Now, I can tell you from the perspective of a 12-year-old and a 26-year-old that it needs to rot in hell in Satan's
It does.
Now, what I mean by
like,
that,
I seen the live action myself. I enjoyed the first and second film, just not the third film. It just makes no sense.
And, it's just been tearing away at me all these years. And now, looking back at it, I just gotta come clean and honest, man. I just gotta let it all out. This movie is fucking terrible.
Yeah, it deserves a punch in the face.
To understand how it was such a big letdown, I need to put you into the time. Think back to the late 80s. And if you weren't there, then just try to imagine. Ninja Turtles were the fucking shit. And I mean they were awesome.
I mean, the show came out around 1980,
enough of them,
1987, so of course it was the popular franchises at the time.
Figures, and of course the cartoon series. In 1990, all this turtle craze would soar to a higher new level. This is when we were given the first big screen live action Ninja Turtle movie. The taglines would say things like, "Lean green and on the screen," and "Hey dudes, this is no cartoon." I was 10, and I can't even describe in words how psyched I was. This was like the big kid version of Ninja Turtles. It was rated PG, it was dark, a little violent. The turtles talked like adults using words like damn.
Don't just ninja kick the damn rabbit!
Damn!
Come back here! I'm not finished with you! Damn!
The battle scenes got us all pumped up, and for guys in costumes, it was a pretty great display of physical talent and fight choreography.
I can tell.
Not to mention those awesome turtle moves. I think of this movie as the end of the 80s and the beginning of the 90s. I can't think of another
film a good way to put it.
Had such a big impact on the youth, and it just reeked of the culture. There was skateboarding, video games, bubble gum, and kids with cigars. Well, bottom line...
that's questionable. Why is that kid smoking a cigar? He's too young to be smoking. He's gonna mess up his lungs.
Like Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. And they find out who Shredder really is. Splinter flips him over the rail, where he falls to his doom. The Foot Clan falls, everything's resolved at the end, all the loose ends tied. There's no way there'd be a sequel, right? Well, the next year, to my surprise, there was Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. The jokes were cornier, the fighting scenes were stupider. In what seems like an attempt to tone down the violence, the Turtles, they use all kinds of silly objects as weapons. And besides, they never say damn anymore. But regardless,
really, they use silly objects. That doesn't even hurt them. That's like shit. That's like taking zero damage.
And it pits the Turtles up against other mutants made by the same ooze that mutated them. So they met their match. In the first movie, they only fought humans, but during the cartoon, they were fighting all kinds of other mutant characters.
So in the movie, they were fighting humans, but in the the show, they were fighting aliens, but in the movie of the live-action adaptation, they were fighting
all my friends
humans.
at school still called them Bebop and Rocksteady, even though it's kind of obvious that Bebop and Rocksteady were a rhinoceros and a warthog, while Tokka and Razor were a snapping turtle and a wolf. Well, that's true, but the real reason a lot of us called them Bebop and Rocksteady was because we were attached to the TV series and the line of action figures. So we wanted the movie to represent
that's the
those
reason.
characters.
Okay.
So now that a Ninja Turtles sequel
Yeah, I ain't too familiar with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, don't get me wrong, I did grew up watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but during the time, it was during... The way how I got into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was I watched the 2012 version of the show when it was streaming on Nickelodeon. Well, it was going on Nickelodeon. That's how I got into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's the only show I just watched relating to that franchise. Not like around like the rise of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the tales of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I haven't seen the movie of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, or I might plan watching it because I got Paramount Plus. I might watch it. It's just I just haven't watched other shows like The Rise, The Tales, because I'm more familiar with the 2012 version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because that was the era I grew up with.
existed, we knew at this point that there was going to be another. This wasn't just a one-movie deal. This was going to be a series, and we would get to see live-action incarnations of many of our favorite characters yet to come. Or maybe not. We had
That's
to
so we
wait
thought.
another 2 years before another Ninja Turtle movie was finally announced. So we're thinking, well, because they're taking so much longer on this one, it's going to be incredible. I remember actually having dreams about going to see Turtles 3 and then waking up and being pissed off that it wasn't real. The wait was fucking killing me. There's already a third Ninja Turtles game on Nintendo, the Manhattan Project. Would that be the subtitle of the movie too? My friends and I all debated what it would be. Would it be Ninja Turtles 3, The Advent of Krang, Ninja Turtles 3, The Revenge of Shredder, Ninja Turtles 3, Enter Dimension X, Ninja Turtles 3, Here Comes the Technodrome? Well, no, we were far off. It was like landing on the zero in roulette. Everyone fucking loses. The movie had no subtitle at all. While today, whenever I bring up the film, often people insist that there was a subtitle, Turtles in Time. But to clear that up once and for all, Turtles in Time was the name of the video game, and it had nothing to do with that.
So that was the fourth installment. They went back in time.
To ancient Japan.
So if you had a game like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time, why would you add that adaptation to the third film? Like, that makes no sense. Like, this was from the fourth game. Why would you speed jump and make that into the third film, besides it being the fourth film? That makes absolutely no sense at all.
While in the game, they go back to several different times.
They started adding the subtitles to the film after this video was originally released.
As well as the future. It was the second Turtles game in the arcade, and it was also on Super Nintendo, known as Turtles 4. But back to my question. Why was there no subtitle in the movie? They subtitled the last
Probably because they didn't bother because of how much exhausted and how terrible this film was.
Space, let that be an indication of the blank, empty imagination employed within and the void it left in our hearts. So who's the villain in this movie? Is it going to be Krang? Since even the first movie, we've been hoping for him. Aside from Shredder, he's the main villain in the show. So will it be A, Krang, B, Baxter Stockman, C, the Rat King, D, Leatherhead,
none of the above.
All of the above. Well, the answer is none of the above.
I knew it. It was none of the above.
Kids who are waiting so anxiously to see their favorite characters on the big screen. Then you think, Well, Shredder's gotta be in it, right? Nope, not even him. Well, there's even more reason to bring him back, because at the end of Turtles 2, Shredder uses the last vial of ooze to turn himself into Super Shredder. Now, Super Shredder was awesome, because he was like a monster, but you only see a little bit of him since he's under the dock, all shrouded in darkness. There's no way the Turtles can even fight him. Remember back to the first movie? They couldn't even beat regular Shredder. Splinter had to take him out, and at this time, in anticlimactic end, Shredder does himself in by ripping apart the dock. Now, think about this. Would he really die by having a dock collapse on him? In the first movie, he falls into a garbage truck. Casey Jones activates the compactor and crushes the fuck out of him.
Jeez.
Now, he comes back in the second movie alive and
Yeah,
well.
that should have been enough to kill him. How the hell did he came back? He was crushed in the garbage bin.
Wouldn't you have liked to see Super Shredder come back in Turtles 3? Well, that's what I was hoping for, but too bad. Make way for this samurai and this guy on a horse.
Really? This guy?
Yeah, these are our villains of Turtles 3. Norinaga and Walter.
This guy looks, bless me, but this guy don't even look like a samurai. Like, he doesn't even fit in. Like, he looks like he's from the 1800s.
I've never heard of him before. Now, you have this huge stockpile of memorable villains.
Either between the 1700s or 1800s. I don't know. But he don't even look like a samurai. He don't.
Uninspired, stereotyped, mediocre villains. I mean, come on. This is the best they could come up with? Are you shitting me up the ass?
This is just real disappointing. That this is the villains they came up with.
Place in ancient Japan. Well, you know what?
Oh, so it was so they went back during the 1600s. Well,
like,
1603.
Wow, that's original, isn't it? That's never been done a million times already. So now hopefully you can relate to how disappointing this was. But to really understand how inhumanely atrocious this shitload of fuck is, then we need to go over this movie and cover the basics. As usual, the best place to start is the beginning. The first two movies open in New York City, which worked really well. It puts you into the right atmosphere. You get a sense of the environment, the crime that's going on, and it just builds up to the Turtles' first appearance. Seeing the movies as a kid, it was like, they're coming any minute. But the third movie begins in ancient Japan, and you know that at this point, it doesn't have anything to do with the Turtles yet. You're just watching some pointless scene with samurais on a horse. Do you feel like you're watching a Ninja Turtles movie?
No.
You don't. You feel like you're watching some cliche samurai movie. I mean, come on. Could this be any more stock? Maybe if they made it take place in the Old West instead and they began with a train robbery. That's the only way it could be more shallow. Then what happens? It uses a subway train as a transition, like we've never seen that, and it cuts to the sewers. And of course, now the Turtles abruptly show up, but take a look back to how the last two movies reveal them. In the first Turtle movie, we don't see them right away. First, we see a weapon smash out the streetlight, which we can identify as Raphael's Sai. Then we see nothing but darkness, but we can hear the Turtles beating up the bad guys. Next, we see a little view from the sewer hole. Then we see their shadows, and we know at this moment that right when they come around that corner, we are about to see for the first time the live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the big screen. But no, wait, big jump, the title screen comes up, and then the suspense is delayed even further. Come on, yeah, look at that, it's awesome, totally radical. Now that's how you do it. Now let's take a look at the second movie now. It's a little more abrupt, but it works in
they were fighting at a toy
shop. This one doesn't rely on suspense.
That was supposed to be the early adaptation of Casey Jones.
Suspense as soon as the movie begins. I know I was. I mean, you're thinking, come on, where's the Turtles? Who's this guy fighting the bad guys? We don't want him. We want the Turtles. And then when those thugs all gang up on him, we know he's in deep shit. And what better time than now? There they are, in the background, out of focus. And then they jump into the air and freeze frame. At this moment, the theater just erupts into a high-pitched wail, kids screaming and applauding, just, going crazy. It was one of the most exciting moments I ever had in a cinema. Now just look at that. How's that for a title screen? Not only are all four Turtles in the frame, every one of them's up in the air. Now, how's the third movie begin? Well, the Turtles just come in dancing to ZZ Top. No build-up, no scenario, no creativity, no fucking thought whatsoever. Now, just look at the Turtles. They look like shit. Even
yeah,
the voice acting's horrible.
What the hell am I looking
the
at?
animatronics suck too. They talk like sock puppets. Watch Leonardo's mouth.
Hey, what's that, April?
Hey, what's that, April? Now look at Raph.
But, you know, things might get a
I
little
see.
nuts. I might forget.
Is this movie made for little kids?
I don't know.
Well,
I just
guess
don't
it
know.
is, so the joke's on me. The worst of all is Splinter. He looks like fucking roadkill. And I guess they never finished him because you only see his upper body. He's like a puppet that should be used on Sesame Street. Even worse is
Yep,
his voice.
it kind of does.
Patience, my son.
What an assload of fuck. Well, everything sucks. Now, the plot of the movie is, I don't know, I think April buys some lantern from an antique shop and that makes him go back in time. The imagination's just overwhelming. So, the turtles are in ancient Japan, Michelangelo gets captured, and then they have to rescue him and get back to their present time.
How did Michelangelo get
There's not
captured?
fight
Really?
scenes either. Just to prove my case, let's look back at the other movies and count all the battles, but only the ones with the turtles. In Turtles 1, there's Raph versus Casey. That's 1. Raph rescuing April from the Foot Clan. That's 2. Raph on the rooftops and the rest of the turtles joining in. That's 3. And the final battle, all the turtles against the Foot Clan and then Shredder. Well, we can count that as one final battle. So that's 4 battles and 2 of which involved all the turtles. So let's go to Turtles 2. We have the first battle in the shopping center. That's 1. Then the fight at the lab. That's 2. Raph in the junkyard. 3. Then rescuing Raph in the junkyard and facing Toka and Razar, 4. Then the final club scene, so that's 5 battles, and 4 of which have all the turtles. In Turtles 3, there's the fight in the dungeon with no Michelangelo, well, anyway, that's 1. Then there's the fight at the river, again, no Michelangelo, so that's 2. Then there's the final fight with all the turtles, so only 3 battles in the whole movie and only 1 in which Michelangelo's involved. And that pissed me off because he was my favorite turtle. Some of the concepts are just ridiculous. Like when April's thrown in the dungeon, she looks over at this guy next to her and she says,
Casey?
Okay, so you're saying that Casey Jones had an ancestor in Japan? Well, even if I'm going to accept that, why does she call him Casey? Like he's going to respond?
Exactly.
And then just to push this scene over the edge of mockery, they have this rat creep in. And April says,
Yeah, you look familiar too.
What? You don't mean...
How?
Oh my god, they do. I swear, I didn't make this edit. The movie actually fades from the rat to Splinter, implying that that rat is Splinter's ancestor. Now, April never ceases to amaze me. Of course the fucking rat looks familiar. It's a rat. I can't tell one rat from another. And of all the rats that can be crawling around that dungeon, how does that one just happen to be it? And I gotta say, all the planets must have lined up. April meets both Casey and Splinter's ancestor in a matter of seconds. And I can accept Splinter because it's Japan and that's where he's from, but both of them? That's the biggest fucking coincidence I ever heard in my life. You know what other part I can't stand? This. That turtle duck thing is really getting old. I mean, it was
really
cool
is.
the first time, but geez, it's enough of that shit. So is there anything I like? Well, I kind of hate to admit it, but when they're dancing the Tarzan boy, that's the highlight of the movie. All the turtle movies are full of bad jokes and constant references to movies or TV shows, but this one just takes it another step to absurdity. The other ones were corny, but this is beyond corny. The recurring joke is Wet Willy time.
It's Wet Willy time.
Pretty bad, but without ranting on forever about this crap, I'm going to round up my personal top 10 worst lines from Ninja Turtles 3. Number 10.
But I think I swallowed a frog. I hope it wasn't an ancestor.
He swallowed a frog and he hopes it's not an ancestor. Guess that's why they're turtles. Number 9.
That was a lame joke.
Three Stooges. Yeah, Larry, Curly, and Moe.
So, just in case we don't know the names of the Three Stooges, be sure to say them all. Number 8.
Wow, a Legorama. Shwing.
What?
No comment there. Number 7.
The hell's that?
It's Star Trek time, guys.
It's Star Trek time.
Star Trek?
Number 6.
Really?
What if we make like a cosmic U-turn and end up back in Godzilla land?
Funny, get it? Japan, Godzilla land. Number 5.
Oh, it's hammer time.
Oh, God.
What?
Number 4.
Did you hear what he called me, Leo?
Yeah, an ugly lump of dung.
Oh, that was an insult, Leo. Not necessarily, Raph. Did you know that in some countries dung is used as a fuel source?
Oh, so that makes it a whole lot better. He called it a fuel source.
I'm confused.
Sure that's what
How?
he meant too, right? Number
How was I
3.
even called like a fuel
We're
source?
turtles, friend. The Teenage Mutant Ninja variety. Sleazeball. Yeah.
line was bad enough, but look at how the turtles react to it. Like, yeah, he really told him off. Alright, number 2, and I'm warning you, it's about to get really bad now. Listen to this one.
Hey, you were expecting maybe the Addams Family?
What?
I remember seeing that line
What's
in the
really-
commercial, and I couldn't...
What does the Addams have to do with anything in this
That makes
scene?
any
Like,
kind of
what?
satirical sense. Was I expecting
That makes no sense
No,
at
it wasn't,
all.
actually. The Addams Family was probably the last fucking thing that ever come to my mind when I think of Ninja
Ay,
Turtles.
ay, ay.
What I especially love about this line is the way Donatello nods his head as he says it. And look at how Raph nudges Mike as if saying, yeah, that was a good one. It's like the actors were actually making fun of it because it was so ridiculous. So, are you ready for number 1?
No.
I don't think I am. Nothing can prepare you for this. Are you sure? You ready? Alright.
Look, I heard a lot more worse shit.
Number
Come
1,
on.
worst, most god-awful movie quote of all time.
Help, I'm a turtle and I can't get up.
Ugh,
Really?
I still can't believe it. Did he really say that?
Help, I'm a turtle and I can't get up.
I'm sorry for playing that again. That's really terrible. Not only is this the worst line of the movie, it's probably the worst line ever spoken in a motion picture.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, this line was in the commercials too. And
What?
even worse, I distinctly remember in the theater, everyone laughed. I mean, come on.
How is that even
funny?
How is that even funny? It's not.
Oh, God. All right, I'm back. So, what's the best way to
Where's
end
the
this shit?
funny?
With a shit.
And I don't find it
And
funny.
something that sucked so hard it scarred me for life. This guy Walker's running away from the turtles, but oops, he forgot his bird. Yeah, that's right, I forgot to mention that part. Not only does this character belong in a totally different genre, but he has this bird in a cage that he always carries around. I'm serious, this movie's totally whacked. So, what happens
It's
to him?
stupid.
He gets fired at, and then he falls off the roof and into the water. Now, I gotta pause this because I gotta ask, how many times have you seen this shot in a movie? Way too fucking much. It was one of the biggest
Yeah, I don't think I
cliches
barely
of
even
the
see
time.
like a shot
What
like that
happened
at
at the
all.
end of Batman? The Joker falls, same shot. What happens at the end of Dick Tracy? Big Boy falls, same thing. But Turtles 3 takes this cliche to a new level. I mean a whole new level. Watch what happens when Walker hits the water.
Like it sounds, but
Did
like,
you see that?
like there was
Here
no
goes-
splash. Like what? That was so bad. Like he just like it's like he got sucked into a void. Like there was no splash.
No splash. Instead, he disappears. But he doesn't disappear.
Like he didn't just disappear. There was no splash. That was real bad.
He like implodes into himself. I'm really stunned. Like, why this? Splash?
No, because they're too lazy.
Implode.
Or this wasn't even pointed
Why couldn't you just cut
out to
away
them.
and then just leave the sound of the splash? That would have actually been.
Like seriously, parents, shut up and stop making up their minds. And yeah, that part. Yeah, it didn't smoke a.
more
It
effective.
didn't.
I can
It's just so
re-edit right
bad.
now. Watch.
I mean,
See, that's all they had to do.
yeah, that's all you had to do, and that's slightly a bit better than just the way how they did it.
So why make the weird imploding effect?
I don't know.
What are they thinking? Now to top off the whole thing and carry on in the tradition of Splinter telling a joke at the end, what do? The worst fucking joke ever to close the worst fucking movie ever. But right before we hear what Splinter says, let's go back to Turtles 1 again. The joke in the
I
first
rewatched your part of two. I rewatched your part. Maybe there's Turtles 3 to remember it. Turtle 1 and 2 I already
movie
did.
is Cowabunga.
Cowabunga.
Alright, acceptable.
Acceptable.
I made a funny.
Now let's go to Turtles 2.
Go, Ninja, go! I made another funny.
Can it get any worse than that? Yes, it can. Behold, Splinter's last joke in the Turtles trilogy.
Oh boy.
Yo, dude. Huh?
Really?
Yo, dude. Just like Elvis in Blue Hawaii.
What a way.
What? Hold up. What do you mean just like Elvis in Blue Hawaii? I don't think that adds up. I just don't. Like, what do you mean by that? just like Elvis in Blue Hawaii.
Way to end the series. Would there be a follow-up? Would there be a Turtles 4?
I am actually come to think of it, I don't even know if there was actually a fourth film of following up this movie, because I have, don't get me wrong, I used to have a 4-movie collection of the live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that one of my cousins gave me a long time ago when I was still young. It was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1, 2, this third god-awful movie, and I think it was a fourth one, but No. There wasn't a fourth film of the live action, because I think the fourth one was the I think it was the cartoon version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film. The cartoon version. I'm trying to remember what it was, the year. I just couldn't remember. That was 2007. Okay.
After that, it's amazing how it went downhill. The first movie, watching it today, it's still a satisfying experience. It's a good movie. I mean, it's no masterpiece, but it's entertaining.
I mean, he's a father to his kids, so he bit it. Yeah, I bet it's hit and miss.
Funny. I mean, it's so bad, it's great. But Turtles 3 is just so bad, it's bad. Yeah, Turtles. I would not even recommend watching the third film of
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 to like kids. Like don't watch the live action third movie. I'm telling you, that movie is gonna suck. Mutant Ninja Turtles, the next mutation cartoon show. I think that's the show what I'm referring to. I think that was the one. Okay. Sorry, something was loose on my watch. Okay. But yeah, kind of like recapping what I said. I'm not real familiar or like the entire lore of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, I do, like, I don't see like shows like the Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Rise of Teenage Mutant Ninja, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles I grew up with was the 2012 one that was airing on Nickelodeon. That's the one I grew up with when I was still young. That's how I got into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm not like a die-hard fan of the franchise.
Stat a ninja rap all of a sudden? It's hysterical. It's a guilty pleasure. Now, Turtles 3, it just makes me feel embarrassed. Like, watching it actually makes me cringe. That
show had a first female turtle named... Really? I honestly did not know that. I may have to search that up. Reason why Big Shot and Roxy aren't in it, because low budget. I believe, and don't want it in the
volume down. Face the TV.
Or watch the 2003 TMNI show 2000 movie in the
toward the wall and watch in a dark corner somewhere where nobody will ever know. It just leaves you with a bad feeling. Like this movie should not exist. Cowabunga. Cow a fucking piece of dog shit. I'd rather watch crap oozing out of a buffalo's asshole. I'd rather fucking puke diarrhea up my dick. It fucking sucks so much fucking suck it fucks. It fucking sucks so much cocksucker motherfucker bullfuck that.
God damn, man, calm down.
Something must be done.
Honestly, I'd rather watch the godforsaken new SNG4 bullshit arc than watching this heap of dog shit. Just destroy it, please. You're gonna be doing all of us a favor. Just destroy it. Yes, thank you. Just do it. Do it. You'll be doing myself a favor. Do it. There you go.
It's hammer time!
Yeah, hit it. Destroy it. This film should not see the light of day. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. You're doing myself a favor. No one... That way, no one could be able to fix it. Holy hell, that was a good video, but yeah. All this, what he said, he does bring a lot of a point of how bad the film was. Like, nothing didn't add up. They have weak villains than the return of Shredder or any other of the TV adopted villains at the time. Like, it just sucks. Like, I'm glad. Like, when I was getting older, I didn't rewatch this film of the live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, that was terrible. There's a lot of videos of what TMTI 4 movie explains how a fourth movie should been like. I can't explain it. Probably watch it on your free time or help out as well. Let me go ahead and do some. I am gonna show my screen real quick because you did see, Optimus. You did say something about the first live female turtle. So, okay. Let me see. Velma's. Okay, here we go. Let me see. Says she was around during the 2003 one. Okay. Well, I'll be there. Well, I'll be damned. Come on. I'm trying to see what the design looked like from the live action one. This fucking thing can load up. Thank you. Okay, the photo is too small. Let me. The new and okay, so I'm guessing that's what she looks like. But what about? So, I'm trying to make sure this is correct. Like, this is not like I'm mistaking this for something else. Well, they say this is the first female version of the Teenage Ninja Turtles, and okay. I'm not trying to call you guys a liar. Call you a liar. I just want to make sure this is the character you guys are talking about. Like, Optimus. Like, this is the one that you're referring to. Let me read this one. Someday a live action will be better than the third one of Michael Bay's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. One Mutant Mayhem is the only movie did good. I haven't seen Mutant Mayhem. I have Paramount Plus. I might have to pick a day to actually watch that. Kevin hated it a lot when then when the 2000 days, she'd never be in any form. The 2012 would reference her name in a party wagon in the IDW comic version of the... Oh, okay. Anyway, guys, well, that will have to do it for today's episode of the Angry Video Game Nerd. Since we're in the month of April, we are doing the marathon that we always do since last year's. We are looking at more Angry Video Game Nerd episodes. This is the episode where I'm picking up where we left off. This is the episode that we just watched today. The last episode we watched was the Bible games. And also, this episode both covers, since this was the re-edited version, this covers both episode 18 and 19. So, maybe tomorrow we'll be taking a look at episode 20, and that is the Angry Video Game Nerd of him covering the Atari 5200. But for now, maybe in the next few hours, I'll be taking a look at this. What was this SG4 video named? I'm trying to search this up. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out what comes after Hobo Mario. Okay, so next video is you should have done that, and then tomorrow after the other Angry Video Game Nerd video we took a look at is Enough is Enough from SG4. They really... I'm not trying to stress out, but I'm just tired. I'm just really I shouldn't have to say anything. Everyone know how much I fucking hate the arcs of SG4. They're awful. Like, it's just like a movie adaptation that adds up to the War of the Fat Italians. The War of the Fat Italians used to be Mario and SG4 or what certain things they were better at, but now it's just like the entire world is at stake. That's just what War of the Fat Italian is now. I'm pissed that they do this type of shit with their own fucking creation. It don't add up. It makes zero fucking sense. It just the arts needs to stop. I'm sorry. It needs to stop. It needs to end. It needs to fucking die. Holy fucking hell. It's just we've been at this for too fucking long, for these past few years. I'm sorry, but Jesus fucking Christ. Ugh, fucking hell. It's already bad enough I had to still suffer from the events of the very bad SMG4 arcs. That's the YouTube arc, the puzzle. Look, I buried the hatchet of the Puzzle Vision arc. I am done with that shit. I buried the hatchet because that arc tops it off with the anime arc and the Genesis arc. Like, that arc, I buried a hatchet, and that was the Puzzle Vision and Puzzle Park. It's buried. No one's gonna see the light of day again. Mr. Puzzles and people supporting him can kiss my ass, because I'm done with people shipping him and just supporting that character. He sucks. Fucking hell. End of discussion. Sorry about that. I just had to get that out of my chest. I'm sorry. I just have pure hatred with these damn arcs from SMG4. I just had to get that. I just need to let this be known again. That you guys know how much I hate their arcs so fucking badly. If you want to go watch the original video of the Angry Video Game Nerd talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, it will be in a link. It will be in the link in the description. Subscribe to Cinematic's channel. And then, like I said, in maybe, I don't know what time frame, but I'll probably make a community post of it when I get a chance. But in the next few hours, I'll be looking at the SMG4 video. You shouldn't have done that. I am really going to bury this hatchet again. It's like one arc is not enough. I gotta grab my shovel from the backyard. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a good day. Now I'll just read a few more comments before I close out the video. There was another teenage female turtles in the IDW comics that that wasn't hated on and on. So yeah, it's so much stuff. You know, I has so much. They always like to help. Yeah, foreshadowing / hint in the middle part of it. SMG4 is so terrible. It's so terrible. What they ruined their characters and lore is terrible too. At least I'm the only one. Okay, at least I'm not the only one that agrees with me. Like, holy hell, the arcs just needs to stop. Anyways, take care, be good people. I will see you all guys in the next video. Bye. Fucking hell.